Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Yes.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Only people.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Mondo and Ishimaru
What if they found out by accident?
were in the
What
sauna.
do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd
Right,
realize it was
Mondo.
broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Time for us to
I
step
don't
in.
know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might
do.
know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Might have brought that handbook into the sauna, has been the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was.
Here's my
Arada.
answer.
Because Ishimura was
Mondo,
naked.
your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo
know it was
and
your
Taka
bum, bro.
had an
Come on.
endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Yep.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But
Yeah.
little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Okay.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Well. Oh. That's not proof beyond a shadow of a doubt. Bake your arguments. Broken handbook, Chihiro's e-handbook, and the card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Yeah. Get the card reader worn out. Let's do that. Yes.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
If it wasn't
If what
broken,
he says is correct,
it would work with the
then
card reader.
Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is
Might as well get some
actually
extra
broken,
seconds.
then
You
that
got
proves
12
that
minutes.
what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Shoot! Damn it. Must be a contradiction there somewhere.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other
Okay.
words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine! See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Right.
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine! See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Yes.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said
He must
is
have
right.
Chihiro's handbook.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Damn it.
Shoot!
Count the 2 hearts.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words,
Don't even know
if
why I'm doing
Mondo's
that.
handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Okay.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Damn it.
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oops.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Come on. Think. I'm sure the hand must actually be.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Come on, think.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Damn it.
Shoot!
Just wanna see what I have to say. Oh no.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Damn it. Can we give it another shot? Yes.
I refuse to give up yet!
Right.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Okay, come on.
If what
There's
he
only
says
2
is
things in
correct,
this.
Then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine. See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Damn it.
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you
So it
broke
wasn't a
your
copy
own
one.
handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
Come on, really? The clearly
Mondo,
obvious thing?
the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The
Oh.
fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall,
Yeah?
isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you
Oh.
talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually worked.
So he has
I think
Leon's.
he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
Yes!
The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Forgot about
So
that.
then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Yes.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
No.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no No worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
Oh,
As
come
such,
on.
I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
God
Well,
damn you,
Mondo,
Monokuma.
if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake. But
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear. And we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay. Okay. That goes there. Right, that goes into the locker room. Okay, so Chihiro goes into the locker room. Okay. Probably go there. Oh god, this is difficult. Goes there. No. Sorry I'm not talking much, but I'm just... I'm trying to figure this out. So, yeah, that must go there. Do that, rolled up the carpet, got the poster, took Chihiro, went into the girls, swiped, got in. Yeah, did that, put the carpet down. He came in.
The killer is
Okay.
you!
I think this is how it went.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
I love these comic
Last
strip
night,
things.
Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Yeah. Got it right.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Okay. Act
With
2.
bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Yeah.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Because Chihiro's actually a boy. Damn it.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, is that it?
With bag in hand,
Yes, yes.
she made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was a...
Yes! Damn it! Oh, that's her opening the door. For
The
God's sake.
killer is... you!
Yeah. We've seen this, we've
With
seen
bag-
this.
She made
Never got
how
that
could
right.
the
Yes!
Simple, because she was really a he, which
Yeah.
is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Yeah.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Yeah.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
Yeah.
and attacked him.
Oh, come on! Oh, would have been that.
The killer is you! And attacked him.
Yes.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Yeah.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Yes. Oh, got rid of that.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then
Yes.
removing the bloody poster,
Yes. Okay, good. Got that one right.
and
I'm not gonna
finally
get a very
carrying
good
the
score for
corpse
this.
into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but
No.
this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Because they're all available, basically.
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using
Yeah.
one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yeah. Aha! Got that right.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With
Yep.
the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
Uh-huh.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
Yes. Byakuya
That
found
could
it.
have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Got it right. Phew.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
God damn it.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Damn. Come on. Please do it, come on. Oh, got it wrong again. Give another shot? Hell yes, I want to give another shot. Okay, back to 5 hearts. I know how to set it out now. Mostly. Alright. I think I've got it this time.
The killer is you!